Greetings, built on Lodi, and welcome back to the channel. It's Expanse Day, friends. The best day of the week. And today we're watching Season 5, Episode 2, Churn. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's Expanse Day. And of course, if there's anything that we do, the Expanse included, that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. All that's then and this is now, and now it's time for the Expanse Season 5, Episode 2, Churn. The best day of the week, my friends. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go! That's Marco's ship. I think that's Marco's ship. That fucking prick.
We have been attacked by an unknown vessel. They are attempting to board our ship. We need immediate assistance.
Go get him, drummer.
Pirata belt.
What this shit? This ours. You want to kill, fight your own.
Don't worry about what I want. Worry about what I am due. I am Kamina Drummer. You respect my claim, or you die and become a story I tell the next captain.
Ha!
Maybe we finish you.
They're not gonna make it easy.
What will be the fun in that?
Ah,
They target locus.
Signal the Motang.
what do you got up your sleeve, drummer? Ooh, baby.
Yes!
Nice shot, no day.
Ha!
At least give them a chance to be polite.
We will. But if they target lock us again, kill them.
Nice. This is drummer ship, eh?
Where is the hot sauce? You won't need it.
Where's the hot sauce? I didn't know I was on this boat. I feel like I recognize that actress.
Go tell everyone I am in control of this area now.
Yeah, boss man.
Yeah, a horse of a different color. Yeah, boss man.
You fucking sleep at night. You people took everything from us.
Not everything.
All of us.
Oh, drummer's out on the high seas, eh?
Not many Vichys in life. I'm a sin for let them pass unmarked.
This was a good day!
I know that actress from something.
The inners will only be distracted by their problems back home for so long.
Then we did good.
Wow, drummer is in it now.
Kamina, you have a bounty on this ship?
Kamina, not captain.
What is that? It's the Tynan. Clace Ashford's ship. I never thought I'd actually find it.
Ooh. He has to be close. I hate to even think about that, but he would have to be close, and maybe he's still transmitting. Maybe he can get the message through. God, it still breaks me up, man. Come on now. Come on now. I can't cry over Ashford going out. Ashford went out with like a champ. He didn't shed a tear. I think the real revelation here is that drummer has gone full Blackbeard. That is something. I did not see that coming. I saw the revenge quest coming, but I didn't see this. That's why I love the Expanse. Baltimore. Looks like Baltimore today. I live close by. Been waiting for this for 4+ seasons. It's a great shot. It was a really good shot. The hell is that guy carrying? Just taking a walk with my mace.
Timothy.
Timothy?
Lydia was always waiting for you to turn up. I'm Charles.
Were you good to her, Charles?
Better say yes, Charles.
We were good to each other, boy.
Oh, man.
How did she die?
Oh, no.
She spent every waking moment hoping to see you again.
Oh, no.
It was an aneurysm.
Ugh.
She died because we got old and we had a lot of mileage on us. She went to bed fine. And when I woke up, she wasn't there anymore.
Was she happy?
I don't know.
Oh.
How the fuck am I gonna go on without her?
T sounds great.
Amos.
She just did what she had to do to survive.
Well, you can't judge someone by what they do to make rent.
Sometimes you can.
You were born into it. When you got old enough, the Johns didn't want you. So they started you working muscle.
I figured that.
Float to the top or sink to the bottom. Everything in the middle is a churn. She told me that.
Wow. That's where it comes from.
No one really saves anyone. She taught me how to save myself.
She was this one person.
I'm gonna miss this place.
Why are you leaving?
It's not mine. It was hers. He wants it back.
What was his name?
Oh, boy.
That's all I know.
Stop backing.
Oh, shit. Rise to the top or sink to the bottom. Anything in the middle's the churn. Ah,
Apart from building gunships for belters,
You know what your problem is?
you're an asshole.
If you weren't stone-ass broke, you could have said no when I offered.
yeah, I'm supposed to be grateful now, right?
This is important.
Yeah, dude.
You know what your problem is?
Tell me.
You think that if someone's an underdog, that means they're the good guy.
Good line. Good line.
You can tell when they chime like this.
What?
The tone. The ship has a good tone.
Look at you showing off, Expanse.
18 if I do it perfect. 6 if you don't mind dying later on.
I'll go for the 18.
18 sounds great.
Yes, that's me. Me and the Paladin. Safety first.
Earplugs won't help.
No new messages. No new messages from the family. Oh, no.
I haven't been completely honest with you.
I'm sure. Really?
There's another piece to this. But it proves that someone is going after the protomolecule. Meet me and I will tell you about it. Just you.
She's going to end up dead. She's going to end up dead, and that's what's going to bring Jim in. Because Jim's only acting on this, but...
But it proves that someone is going after the protomolecule.
God damn it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't ignore it, Paladin. If you could, there would be no show. So... Yep. Yep. And this is what gets Jim in. Her death. Yep. Our phone's there.
We have a problem.
Yep, and Jim's involved now. Now, with that being said, I wouldn't put it past her to fake her own death to get him involved.
Come in.
But I'm paranoid. Oh my God, look at Bobby.
Why are you shutting me out?
Of what?
I don't know.
Everything. Yeah.
You are snapping at nothing. You're angry, and it's not because of something I did.
Well, it wasn't until now.
Bobby, what's up? This isn't you. Meanwhile, in the Batcave.
Avasarala is funding me.
You're working undercover for Earth to infiltrate Mars?
Avasarala is the only one I know for sure who isn't in on it.
No way.
Ha ha ha.
And it's not just Goliath suits going missing. I've got a possible lead on stealth missiles.
Oh boy.
Those are first strike weapons. Anyone buying one of those wants to attack a planet.
Now you see why Avasarala is funding me.
Wow, there's a lot going on. Look at this.
Conspiracy or half a dozen small ones. But someone
Murder
high up in the
board.
chain of command is in on it.
Anybody we know on here?
Flew with him on the Assander back when I was active duty. You and I are patriots, but Captain Sobiter, he's got more dust in his vein than blood.
He was stationed at a low-level logistics office filled with people who didn't belong there.
Hey, what's that got to do with Sobiter?
He's in charge.
You tried talking to him?
I'll walk up and say, "Excuse me, sir, are you illegally selling weapons to the belt?"
Alex could.
He's a senior lecturer at the War College. We don't travel in the same circles.
He'll talk to me.
There you go.
I just need you to give him a message. Tell him Amos Burton wants to talk.
Man, why don't you go fuck yourself?
Ooh.
I understand you're just doing your job, but I need a friend who will take a message to Eric from me. Do you want to be my friend?
Yes, yes, I will be your friend. I'll be your best friend.
Eric's gonna kill you.
Is he?
I thought you and I were friends.
The blood you found was definitely hers.
What about the hotel's cameras?
Yeah, the news there isn't good. Someone deleted the footage.
So it was someone inside station security?
Yep. Someone with access.
I'm gonna keep digging on this end and find out who scrubbed that video.
This guy's an asshole, but he's efficient.
She had proof, and then minutes later she's grabbed. That can't be a coincidence.
My people will find her.
Your people are a part of this.
Unless it's you, Fred.
So dead or alive, she's still on this station. Somewhere.
She is alive. She is in an airlock? That ain't good. It looks like an airlock.
We can talk! You wanna talk?
They do not. Wow, we're jumping around. This is like the beginning, everybody. This is like season 1. We're all over the fucking place. I love it. Bring it.
Tactically, there's no advantage to holding either side of a ring.
Yes, the gates each allow equal access into and out of a single system.
The ring in our solar system is the choke point.
The ring space they share, on the other hand, acts that way for all the systems. This allows a much smaller force to hold all the rings simultaneously.
He's telling us what he can do by controlling the ring space.
It is nobler to have courage as we stumble into half the things we fear than to analyze every possible obstacle and begin nothing. The tactics of the battlefield have changed with the invention of the stirrup, the machine gun, the airplane, the Epstein drive.
These actors.
Every new invention or discovery alters the strategic and tactical landscape.
Paradigm shift.
How we adapt to the new reality and remain faithful to our overarching goals.
This guy's dangerous. This guy's very dangerous.
Carry the dream of Mars from being a planet circling a lonely single sun to a vision of humanity.
The spread of Martian influence to multiple planets. The race, the great land race is on.
Not sure if you remember me. Senior Chief Alexander Kamal.
Huh.
It'd be an honor to buy you a coffee. I can give you my first-hand account.
You pilot a stolen Martian ship for an Earther captain. I don't think we have much to say to each other.
Oh, okay.
He also doesn't like being upstaged.
I don't see how I could have upstaged him.
You went through the gate.
First Martian to set foot on an exoplanet?
That's just me being in the wrong place at the right time.
Lieutenant Babbage. Emily.
Emily Babbage.
If you have an opening in your coffee schedule, maybe I could take you up on it? I mean, if that's not presuming.
Oh.
Emily, you could surely rubber stamp for your boss, couldn't you?
Find out why he's here.
Already on it?
There we go. That's him. He's seeing something in the past because it's the same scene.
Eric says to come with me.
Eric, come here. Asteroid spotter. They got to make all these blind. I mean, not necessarily with the stealth tech, but I think that... Yep, didn't see it. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Well, the boys have school next week.
Hire them a tutor. This is what your father and I did for you. Then you can go wherever you like.
Wow, Christian's daughter?
Stay a little longer.
You could come home.
I can't.
Father misses you.
She needs to be on Luna to survive. What's gonna happen?
He's back at Columbia now, getting ready for the semester. If you went to him, you could patch things up.
Marco's gonna do it. He's gonna hit it. He's gonna hit Earth. Wow. Wow, they're setting us all up, aren't they, friends? They are setting us all up.
I have information from reliable, confidential sources that Belters are buying Martian military supplies on the market.
Christian, you're on Luna to do a job. It isn't this. If you'd prefer not to be involved in these discussions, you're more than welcome to submit your thoughts in writing.
You're going to be in charge of Earth when it gets destroyed, Nancy. A name that will live in infamy.
I already lost control. I'm trying to get it back.
That's not the way to do.
Yeah, shh, 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 shh.
Ice! What'd you do?
There's a button, I pushed it.
Jesus Christ.
There's a button, I pushed it.
She's recording but can't receive.
Where the hell is she?
Could be a cargo hold.
This is her implant, right? Or her contact lens or whatever it is. Monica, you have to know that they are watching you in all likelihood here. She's adrift. She's out in space. They put her on a fucking storage thing and she's out in space. She's gonna open this thing and die. The O2 level's good. Do not open that. Yep. Oh boy. Look at you showing off, Expanse. You do not want to do this. You hear it hissing? O2 level's bad. Yep, she's like the Ark of the Covenant. That's a hell of a good place to hide somebody. And you are in space. Space!
It's easier to hide a person in a container. I'm telling you, she's here.
Jim.
Might mean atmosphere inside.
That's gotta be it. She's in there.
Guide us in.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pressurize this thing. You're gonna find her dead. That reflective mask shot, we had that when Naomi was going out for her grab. Great stuff. So you're gonna need like an emergency, yeah, that blister airlock.
You know I work in space, right?
You know, dude, I do this all the time. God, so fucking cool, man. Watch him open this up and she's dead. Ugh. No, they got her. If that's the right one.
It's carrying live soil. That's why it had atmosphere. This isn't the right container.
Oh shit. Well, she is dead then, because she's not gonna have enough time to find her. Hey, pay no attention to them, Amos. Like you don't realize that these guys are following you.
Trying to figure how you're gonna get back out?
I'm just gonna cut through all of you people. To quote Watchmen, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Around here, there's only one Amos Burton. What the fuck are you doing, Timmy?
Ooh.
You killed Burton for me instead of killing me for him. You got his name and a way off the planet. I made sure Lydia was taken care of her whole life.
He keeps the house. And once he's died of natural causes, you can do whatever you want. But Lydia would not want him sleeping in an alley, so I don't either.
There we go.
That's all this is.
Yeah, dude.
You scared the fuck out of me coming to my place like this.
That was not my intention.
Yeah, the old guy can stay. I don't give a shit. Hang on, we'll drink on it.
You don't have to test me.
Nice.
I'm not here to take anything that belongs to you.
Sure, that gun was empty anyway. I let him drink first.
God damn, that's good.
All this is really about the house.
Yeah, dude.
Good.
See ya. I'll take this too. It's really good.
You've changed.
He has. For your world, the worse. For the world, the better.
I mean, look at all this.
Keep living, dude. Whatever. No concern of Amos's.
Sitting on the docks, watching the shuttles leave, wishing we were on them.
Come with him, Eric. Go up there with him, man.
You did good, brother.
Ah.
I love you, And I miss you, I do. But show your face in my city again, and I'm putting you down.
It's good seeing you again, Eric.
It's good seeing you, buddy. Thanks for the death threat. Boy, this show is brutal. This show is brutal, friends. She's gone. Unless they open that door right now. Look at them staying on this shot. Oh my God, they were literally seconds. Wow. That is as close as it gets.
You just got a dose of hyperoxygenated blood. Packs a wallop. We never would have found you if you hadn't put a hole in your seal, so good job.
I'm not dead.
You're not.
You know a really good paladin.
Why do you think the science ship was destroyed?
Bad things happen to good people.
Now, come on now.
Why would Marco and Aros do that?
Venus is a long way to go for a target like that.
Cover up.
Maybe something to do with the mission the Asami was on.
That would be the place to start.
What was the mission?
I know what you're doing.
Is it working?
It absolutely is. So this is him and Lydia, right?
When life has not treated you with kindness, doing the right thing anyway always takes strength. I love you, Timothy,
I knew it, yep.
but I'm not righteous.
Look at that kid, looks like him.
Can you imagine a version of me that is good and kind and wise? I'll pretend to be her.
Oh. Wow.
I mean, no.
Yeah, whatever, asshole.
You just saved your life. You just saved your life walking away from that.
Chrissy, I'm gonna need a favor.
Chrissy.
There's someone that I should see first, and I'm gonna need your help arranging it.
Mal? What's her name? Not Jules Pierre, his daughter. Clarissa. It's going to be one of those streaking down pretty soon. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yep. I do not like what is cooking here, friends. All right, everybody, we just got done watching The Expanse Season 5, Episode 2, Churn. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just got done watching the second episode of the 5th season of The Expanse, Churn. Again, I feel like I said it during the reaction, I feel like we're jumping all around like we did at the beginning of this series, you know, giving us everything, taking us around the horn, throwing information at us. Great shit. I mean, we have literally so much going on. We have so many theaters of operation now, as we have Mars. We've got Drummer in her crusade, or, you know, whatever path she is taking now. We've got Tycho, and we've got everything that's going on with Jim and Monica and Fred and everybody over there. We've got, obviously, we didn't even see Naomi in this one as she's on her way to, what was it? Passus? I forget the station that she was going to. But, you know, we didn't even get a chance to see her. We've got Bobby and we've got Alex at work on Mars. They've been identified. Alex is now folded into this scenario because they've realized immediately, what was her name? Emily Babbage. Yeah, if Emily's not, I mean, she's second in command for this colonel guy or whoever it is, but there's obviously, you know, some war profiteering, it looks like, maybe be going on here a little bit. Something's up, but it certainly seems like this is okay, here's what it is. My theory with this is that whenever you have the dream of Mars is gone. So what that means is we've seen people trying to be like, well, you know what, now it's time for my dream. Now it's time for me to make my own life. Like Esai was like, we got to get off, you know, to one of these ring planets, get to them, you know, have a life on a planet that's ready-made and not a fixer-upper like Mars. However, I think you would also have another contingent that said, you know what, we can't watch Mars go out like this, but we realize that the dream of Mars, that the terraforming of Mars doesn't make sense anymore. So what we have to do is redefine what Mars is. Mars can't just be this red planet. Mars must be a kingdom. for lack of a better word. When he was sitting there talking about his lecture, he was like, all these different worlds and blah, blah, blah. If they are all Martian, and they control the ring space, which he said that's the choke point in which to basically control the entire system. And he's absolutely right. If you were to get like a flotilla in there, you get, a fleet of Martian ships or formerly Martian ships, you could take over. You could become one of the greatest power players, if not the greatest power player in the system. Now, we don't know the current state of what's going on in ring space. We know that the Belters were in charge of it for a while, but again, they sent the Tripoli in there. The Martians sent the Tripoli in there, and we never know if that was ever pulled out. I would assume, I guess, goodwill, maybe it was pulled out, but we don't have any verification on that. The Behemoth was in there. Again, we don't know. Medina Station now. We don't know if that is. Again, we haven't really got a lot of the politics here in season 5, but the very thought of being able to take over ring space should be frightening to everybody, because if you take it over, that's it. That's the end. Way too many variables if you control ring space, and again, that's a way to keep Mars alive. The dream of Mars alive beyond the planet itself, beyond the red planet. How do you keep Mars alive? Some people are going to look at their own dreams. Some people are going to look to continue the dream of what they put their faith in for this long, like the kernel, it looks like. The proto-molecule experimentation is something that is curious to me, because again, this could easily be, I guess, an offshoot of Mao, or somebody that had something to do with Jules-Pierre Mao. And the experimentations there. This could be Fred just playing a coy as far as looking stuff up. But again, it could be a completely different third-party player that's in on this. I don't believe it would be the Belt for any reason, because while I think anybody could have, you could easily, narratively give anybody some of the proto-molecule, because there was just so much of it going around. There's no way to keep, tabs on all of it. I mean, anybody could have it at this point, and it would be rational. It would be, logical to be able to say, oh, this is how they got it. And we'd all go, oh, okay, that makes sense. It checks out. But with this one, the proto-molecule stuff, again, bringing and folding in the idea of proto-molecule experimentation inside of this season makes this season feel pre-ring a bit, doesn't it? And that's a really cool kind of feeling to have again, to be able to have like that proto-molecule threat out there, and have Jim on the case is really cool, because it's, we're kind of hearkening back to some of the older things that we used to do and see. And, if you're going to put anybody on the case and you don't have the guy in the hat around anymore, and you don't have the investigator, and you don't have Miller, then by God, have his protege. All we need to do is fold in Havelock and we're good to go. Now, with all that going on, and we got, and Amos is his personal, or Timothy, I'll never be able to call him that, but Amos is his personal, and that he went down there to kind of secure everything with Lydia. I don't think that it goes beyond that. I don't think that we have any type of, they kind of did some foreshadowing there. Eric did, like, hey, if you get arrested, Amos Burton's ID is not going to hold up. I just don't think they get into all of that. I think that this is, that area, that Baltimore area has been tied off. Now, it might not be at all. It might, we could have, it just seems like they kind of had that scene where he was, I'm assuming it's Lydia that he was talking to on the docks in that kind of flashback. Having that kind of tie off at the end of the episode speaks more towards that being the end of Amos's like journey or return to Baltimore. He went to the past, now he's leaving it forever. He went back, basically showed the past what he'd become. Look at me. He couldn't show Lydia, showed Eric, showed Baltimore. Look what I've become. I'm a little bit better. What do you think of your son, Baltimore? And Baltimore said, this world's not for you anymore, but you've made your own way. It's something like that. Like, you can't stay here. This is not your world anymore, but we're proud of you, says Baltimore. Now, the most intriguing to me out of all of this, it's got to be Drummer, because I don't understand Drummer's bent at this, because to all of a sudden turn back into the piracy is a dramatic departure from what she was in, she rose through the ranks as being sort of like a privateer, in charge of Medina Station, making sure that all of the kind of the policing of the ring was under her purview. And, it really kind of, she took that shit seriously. She took command seriously. It wasn't like she half-assed it or didn't want it or, was constantly bitching about it. No, she was doing it and doing it well. And so now to have her kind of go on the opposite side of the fight, privateer back to pirate. I mean, it's interesting in that that's her case, but I'm not sure that's her bent. She is a pirate right now. She definitely, that one ship said, F you, you took all of our stuff, and now you're going to, say you're helping us, and I didn't take everything. You're still talking and breathing. So that's a dramatic departure from the drummer that we have watched grow. And so now I'm wondering if this isn't a way for her to kind of like change the name that she had been given, instead of drummer in charge of Medina Station working for the Inners. Is this her like, oh, did you hear? Drummer went back to being a pirate. Oh, is that fake? Well, let's, let it play out for a couple months. And then you keep hearing these reports of her absolutely robbing people that have no way to lie or no reason to lie about, her pursuits out here in space. So again, to me, that is the most curious. It's very curious as to why she would begin acting like that. If she's trying to get into Marco's confidence because she's the one that let him out with her vote, and thinking that maybe he would reach out and fold her into it. I mean, that's a possibility. It seems like a fucking stretch. But again, maybe that's the approach that she's taking. If it's a hunt for Marco, again, she wouldn't, would she know that Marco killed Ashford? I'm sure that she could speculate. I haven't heard from Ashford. He was last seen going after Marco. We haven't heard about Marco dying or anything like that. The idea that, Ashford met his end at the hands of Marco isn't illogical. She could definitely make that leap, especially if she found the ship, which they did, finds the body, which they will, hopefully. And if they can get that recording. She said, I never thought I'd find it. So it makes you sound like she came out here initially to find him. I don't know. But see, that's a very curious part. The entire element and the entire bent of what Drummer's stake in this season is going to be, I find the most intriguing right now, because everybody else is pretty much defined, with the exception of Amos. We're not sure, where Amos says he's heading back to the ship. Does that mean he joins up with Jim? I don't know. Again, he might have an entirely different story that occurs down on Earth. Here's where I'm going to end all of this, friends. I think Marco does it. I think he drops that rock right on Earth. I think it is a planet killer. I think it'll take out. I don't think it kills the human race on Earth. I think it does a damn good job of it. But I think that because we have spacefaring people, that you're going to have a measure of people that are able to escape from the planet, but the planet itself is going to be done. The planet's going to be thrown into some type of, dust in the air, nuclear winter type of thing. And Christian's going to watch all of it from Luna, from the Level Station or Level City or whatever it is. She's going to look out, see Earth destroyed, her daughter, her family, everybody is gone. That's why I want everybody off that planet as soon as possible, because I don't want Amos on that planet if that rock hits. I'm convinced myself now, because the only way that you make Marco and Naros even more formidable, even more of the silver-tongued demon devil, you have him kill Earth. And that is, I don't know if you get any worse than that. And I'm sure the Expanse says, hey, hold my beer. We've got something else queued up. But I think he does it. I think he destroys the Earth. And I think that in and of itself obviously destabilizes everything. I think maybe then you have the Martians make a play for the ring, knowing that they are the absolute power in the system now, hands down, and that Mars can then exert its control over the entire system, the ring gate, everything. Because if Earth goes down, the dream of Mars comes back online. Again, a completely different definition of it, but with Earth out of the picture, Mars becomes the power player in everything so far. So that's my theory. And like I said, I could be completely wrong. And I wish that I was wrong for the same reasons I said at the end of season 4. I wish that if Marco could be stopped, it is because of the efforts of Ashford and the recording that he gave, and that the credit for the survival of the planet goes to Ashford and the belt. I think that's the uplifting side of everything. Hey, we stopped it from happening and the belt gets elevated. That's why I don't think it's a very high possibility, because this is the Expanse. And the Expanse says, realism, let's walk down the aisle. We're getting married. And I absolutely love that about the show. And so it's not looking good for Earth, friends. If you do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and allows me to alert you next time it's Expanse Day. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. But my dear friends, all that's then, this is now, and now it's time to say goodbye from this episode. So where should we say goodbye from? Well, I was thinking about this one, and I think the best place for us to say goodbye is from the table in Drummer's Craft. Because, hey, what do you know? For this episode, we're part of Drummer's crew. You know, we were sitting there, we were hooking up our sauces. I couldn't find the hot sauce. Remember that? Remember when I said that? And so as we're sitting there at table and we look over at our captain, air quote, because she wasn't called that, we look over and we wonder, what is the bent? What is the progress? What have we signed up for? We know, but do we share? Until we find the reason for all that, my friends, and rejoin this fantastic series, Vulcan Roll, and I'll see you.